Welcome to Bloomington. I'm Laura. I'm in the first cohort, and it has been a great experience being part of our cohort. Um, I highly recommend that you get to know the people in your cohort, make friends with them, even when they are living halfway across the world. Hi, Maria in South Korea, and everybody else. And also that you reach out to your professors. You don't have to live in Bloomington like I do to have the right connections with them, to be in contact with them, and to ask questions. Don't forget that as a graduate student in the online program, you have access to all of the library resources and other resources the university has to offer. So reach out, don't say you're too far away, get to know the people, and enjoy the program.
Hi, my name is Sari Silviani. I'm one of the graduate assistant at LCLE department.
Hi, my name is Chanel Stickles, and I am the Student Support Services person in the LCLE office. I handle admissions as well as any course permissions. So if you look at the course description and you see that you need a permission, usually it says my name, or if you need permission from the department. I also handle the distribution list, so if you need to send an email out to all of the grad students, then I can put that through and approve it. If you need a conference room, I also handle those kind of requests. I also deal with any kind of travel, so if you get a travel grant, I would be processing your reimbursement. I help with all the faculty, assigning advisors. I assist with that as well. So if you have any questions, you can always feel free to contact me.
Hello, I'm Gloria Luo from Taiwan, and currently I'm a professor at National Taiwan University of Science and Technology. And today I'm very glad to share my experience of being a graduate student at this department at IU. Okay, and in retrospect, if you ask me what I've gained from this department, I think there are three things that I would cherish a lot. The first one would be the coursework. Okay, so my suggestion for you would be think about what you would like to do in the future and think about how the coursework can relate to your career goal. So when you choose your coursework, you can think about what are some of the pieces that you can put together that will help you to develop your dissertation and later on for your career development. That's the first piece. And second suggestion for you would be make very good use of the very helpful and knowledgeable faculty members here at this department. My suggestion is think about what you want to do and what is something that you want to do. Go and try to read the website of the faculty members first, and then think about your career development and think about the research interest of the faculty member, and take coursework with them so you get to know their research and get to know more about your research interest and what you would like to develop for your own career development. And thirdly, I think we have a lot of classmates coming from all over the world, and I think our classmates is also a very helpful and very rich resource. So when there's an opportunity for you to give comments, for you to get to know your peers, do it sincerely. Provide your comment, do get to know them very well, because afterwards, when we graduate, those are the people we will still work very close with, both in your own country and even you can develop partnerships across the world. Okay, finally, I just want to say I am very happy for you. Like I am right now, I'm so happy that I made a decision to come to this department, come to IU, and I'm sure you have made the right decision. Enjoy your study here, and thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Farida Pawan. I'm originally from the small island of Penang, Malaysia. And my area of research is on how second language and foreign language teachers sustain their expertise. I also study the various models of teacher professional development In that regard, earlier in my career, I had worked and researched English as second language teachers and how they sustain their expertise in collaboration with content area teachers in about 25 school districts in Indiana. Of late, my work has been focusing on English as a foreign language, particularly English as foreign language teachers or EFL teachers. And that work involves two research grants currently that take me to researching Chinese English language teachers of minority students in villages on the remote Chinese borders of Vietnam and Myanmar. I'm also excited by a new grant just starting out involving EFL teachers in Costa Rica. And that research project, that grant project, will take me to Palmares and Naranjo, where I will be working with EFL teachers of underrepresented female minority students who are attending English language classes at night. I have also begun researching and working and writing about online pedagogy. I teach the L650 class in the spring usually, and this involves research approaches, theoretical framing of research, and data analysis. I also teach classes on the EFL ESL online certificate program, which I initiate and direct. And these involve courses such as the L540 class, EFL, ESL instruction and assessment approaches, and the L543 class, teaching English in global contexts. On the personal side, my family and I live out in the country, and the road to our house is narrow and windy. And if you're on that road, you have to watch out for chickens, horses, and goats and other critters that may get in the way. That's it. That's a little bit about me, and I look forward to getting to know you and to working alongside with you. Welcome on board, everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Erin McNeil. I am in the first cohort in the LCLE department. I am also the graduate assistant for the LCLE department, so if you need anything, please email me. I am the one who has been running around making this video for the last couple weeks. One thing I've learned from making this video is how highly all of the students and former students speak of the program. So if you're still wondering if you've made the right choice to be in this program, I can assure you that you have made the right choice. After 2.5 years in the program, I have learned so many things and feel so much more confident as a doctoral student than I ever thought I would. So I'm going to start with some of my advice for you as I've gone through this program and things I've considered over the last few years. First, for this fall semester, you will be enrolled in L600. So we're holding a spot for you. The cohort classes, there's definitely a spot in L600, so please don't worry if you haven't registered yet. We will get you there, and if you need any help, please let us know. In the spring, you will register for L599. So the sequence of courses, you will start with theory in L600 and a little bit of research. And then in L599, it will be heavily research-based course. And that will continue where the fall will be theory, your second year in L601, and then the research to L650. Just a note about research. You will spend a lot of time developing research and a research focus. So in L600, you will begin a project. That project may continue in L599. It may continue in L601 and L650. Or you may be a little like me and you may have I've had one project per year where I've started a project and things have changed in my professional life and started a different project, and that's okay. You will be revising your projects to ground them in theory, to work on data analysis. You may even create new research projects as you go. It may feel redundant. However, rest assured that research is a process. The quality of your research really depends on the careful fine-tuning that you do throughout these classes. It takes time and revision, and having Dr. Hines, Dr. Medina, Dr. Woolwen to help you with these processes, it's invaluable. And even if it does feel redundant, rest assured that at the end you will have a paper that is ready for maybe a presentation or some sort of publication. One common question is, how many courses should I take? That was my question as well when I started the program. When I started the program, I work full-time as a high school English teacher and ESL teacher. So when I started the program, I took only one course. I took only L600. I found that I was spending 5 to 15 hours a week in that course. During the second semester, I decided that I would be okay taking 2 courses. My son is older, so it really just kind of depends on your own life and what's going on, how you feel you'll be able to handle this program. But it does take about 5 to 15 hours per course. In the summer, I recommend no more than 2 courses. My first summer session, I signed up for 3 courses, and in that condensed amount of time, it was hard, and I ended up dropping the last course and taking it a different summer semester, so the next year during that summer. So I really only recommend 2 courses for the summer as well. Even in that condensed time, I thought, I'm off work, I'll be able to do this. It was not advantageous to me. I had lots of issues trying to get all that work done. So really, I think the maximum number of courses to be successful is probably 2. That was definitely my limit. Okay, some final advice, just some things to remember. As a distance education doctoral student, you have to be independent. You must be a self-starter. Time management is crucial as you navigate courses, research, work full-time, presentations at conferences. For example, when I started the program, it had been 8 years since I had received a master's degree. Therefore, many of the theories that were referred to or discussed were completely new to me. I had to reread many of those articles that others had already read that had been used in our courses. And additionally, sometimes I read assigned material 2 to 3 times before I find a way to bring that as an application into my current research or into my work life. So sometimes application is more than just a quick reading of the assigned articles. In addition, even though there is an assigned reading list for the course, there's always other articles that are mentioned. What I do is I keep a folder every semester that says articles I need to read, and I add those resources that are talked about throughout our courses and discussion boards that I have not read. I add those to my articles I need to read folder, and I usually read those on breaks. So it's not enough to just do the assigned readings. You will need to go above and beyond and really push yourself to read these theories and think about how those fit either into your professional life or into your research as you go through these courses. The other thing that has been crucial for me in this program, my advisor. Advisors are an important part of your experience at IU. However, the responsibility to communicate always lies with you as the student. So you must reach out to your advisor. Don't be afraid to initiate a relationship with your advisor. Ask questions, make friendships. questions about courses, research, conference, questions about your professional life, your advisors are really there to help you get through this program. But remember, they're busy people too, so you are the one that needs to initiate that contact. They will definitely be there for you when you need them, but make sure that you're the one that's initiating that relationship. Speaking of relationships, I know other people have told you throughout this video more than once to make friendships. Make friendships with those in your cohort. There are 3 or 4 students in this cohort that I send my papers to every semester. We have a Google Doc group where we read and offer feedback and say to each other, this is really good, or I think this needs a lot of revising, and it works, and it's helpful, and it's necessary. So don't be afraid to meet the people in your cohort. The people that I use, one is in Michigan, one is here in Bloomington, one is in Wisconsin, 2 are in Korea, and we find a way to make it work and figure out how to read one another's paper and offer feedback. So use the people in your cohort. They are your best resources. As Gloria said earlier in this video, they will be the people that you end up working with. And that is true. Several of the people in our cohort we have already presented at conferences together. It seems we see each other every summer as we're working on new conferences and trying to work on new projects together. Please email me. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and I will be happy to help you. I hope you enjoyed this welcoming video.
Hey everybody, welcome to Indiana University's online EdD in LCLE. My name is Carrie and I'm in cohort number 1. I'm finishing up my 2nd year in the program now. Really excited to meet you guys. Please join the Facebook group. We'll be very happy to speak with you. Just a few tips. Number 1, please always ask questions. Everyone is very helpful. Number 2, whenever you do your assignments, always work on things that you're passionate about. And number 3, make sure to use the library as much as possible to look up and read things that you're interested in. Okay? Looking forward to meeting you online. See you.
Hi, my name is Ray Smith, and I want to offer a special welcome to the new cohort of EdD students starting in fall of 2018. So welcome. Some of you may have run into me before because I coordinate admissions. So you might have gotten some phone calls or emails from me. Well, so this is what I really look like, sorry. As part of welcoming you to this, I won't say orienting you, as part of welcoming you to the program, I'd like to give you the following 2 or 3 bits of advice. You will have heard this from other students, no doubt, and other interviewees, but the first and perhaps most important bit of advice I would give you is remember the importance of the cohorts. That is, we have purposefully designed this curriculum so that you will be working with some or most of the people who are taking L600, you're taking L600 with this fall. You'll be working with those people perhaps through most of your graduate career. This is a good thing because a lot of people complain or feel that online courses are somehow, oh, you're dealing with disembodied voices all the time. The first year of graduate school is always difficult for people. The first year of the PhD is always difficult for people. Well, in Professor Hines and some other people you'll be working with, particularly your advisor, you'll find that these people are eager and willing to help you. But nothing, I think, is more of a salve to the soul than being in the same foxhole with other members of your cohort. So I would really recommend strongly that you make friends. The other thing is, and I think I've mentioned this sort of obliquely before, the other thing is that you need to realize, particularly those of you who have not had online courses before, that it's an entirely different thing. You'll find, for example, and I think this is a gratifying element of online courses, I think you'll find that people are less likely to be silenced when everybody's speaking through the same medium and sitting in chairs that are always the same height, so to speak, and so on. So I think that's one of the big virtues of taking an online program. In any event, other pieces of wisdom, I won't call them that really, other things I would pass on to you is don't fall behind. I know life gets in the way, and all of you, there are probably reasons that you're not here doing this face to face. Life gets in the way, as I said, but to the extent possible, stay with your cohort, because I think you'll find that strength in numbers, that sort of psychic support will stand you in good stead as you move through the program. Other than that, I don't have much else to add except that I look forward to working with some, if not all of you. And I'd also say that you're very fortunate in having Professor Hines as the lead teacher for L600 this year. She cares about your welfare. I think she has taken a special interest in this program, and she's a real advocate for you as scholars and students. So anyway, nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, welcome to IU. I'm Karen Woolwind, and I just am going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm interested in studying how young children use play to learn about their world, specifically as a literacy that uses toys, apps, video games, digital tools to develop their understandings of what it means to communicate. So, this research takes me into preschools, kindergartens, first grade classrooms. This is where I spent my career as a teacher, but it also takes me into maker spaces and video game virtual worlds and other places. So it's quite an exciting and fast-changing space. I teach several courses in the School of Ed that you may be taking as part of your EdD program. One is a cohort course, L599, that helps you develop your own study as you begin to think about what it is you would like to research more deeply in your doctoral research. I also teach a theory course, and currently in fall of 18, I'm for advanced students in the program teaching a course on multimodality, and literacy and media. So we're looking at all the different kinds of media that are out there, from not just the films that you go and see, but the ways in which we're using more and more different kinds of tools to create things that are so far beyond paper and the page, and how these things mean in our world today. So anyway, hope you enjoy the program, and I'm always happy to talk to students about your interests and what you think of that you'd like to do.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth Hines, and I'm happy to be the instructor of L600, and I'm teaching with Carmen Medina, who's someone I adore and respect very highly. I hope that you're excited about taking L600 and being in our program, because we certainly are excited to have you. This year, I think, is going to be an exciting year, because in October we have the LCLE International Conference, and we are going to try to Zoom some of those presentations and messages, and do what we can to create a virtual presence for you. So if you can't be here in person, we'll do our best to make you feel as though you are participating in the conference. I want to welcome you to our department. I think we have a wonderful staff, and we have wonderful faculty members who are absolutely seriously committed, passionately committed to helping you. I hope you have a good year, and I hope it starts with L600. You take care. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Beth Lewis Samuelson. I have been at IU for 10 years now in the Department of Literacy, Culture, and Language Education. I am mainly doing work on the language education part of the department. So I teach classes in academic literacy, literacy theory, English as a second language, teaching second language writing, methods for teaching languages, both for ESL and world languages. So yeah, all that good stuff. WIDA, SIOP, we have lots of acronyms, as I'm sure many of you know. I'm also an adjunct faculty member in the African Studies program, which is in the School of Global and International Studies. So I have a lot of connections over there. I serve on committees over there, mainly having to do with African languages. I've been studying Swahili for 2 years. In my research, I'm interested in language policy. I've focused mainly on Rwanda. I'm also interested in language policy and English language teaching as it connects to emergency education settings. So emergency education has to do with how to help schools get back on their feet, or education systems reform and redevelop after disruptions that are caused by disasters, either man-made or not. So in that line of work, I've spent some time in Afghanistan and South Sudan and elsewhere, working with local universities through IU to create new programs to train teachers and so forth. I also have been advising and helping to develop a student-led project on campus called the Books and Beyond Project. At this point, I'm more of an honorary member, but I still do help them to manage some of the longer-term aspects of the program. They collect stories written by Rwandan students and U.S. students and publish them in anthologies every year. And this year they're celebrating their 10th anniversary in Rwanda. So yeah, I've had graduate students be involved in that, usually on an independent study basis. Some of them have traveled to Rwanda to help with the projects that they do there. Some of them have just worked here with me. Most of them are mainly involved in data collection and data analysis for some studies of of motivation to read with the students, and also reading achievement. So I'm always looking for students who are interested in doing that. I'm very interested in intercultural communication, language development, language awareness. So trying to understand what people know about language, what students know, what teachers know, what they need to know, how we can teach them what they need without overburdening them with some of the details that might be interesting to linguists but not particularly helpful to teachers. So that's what I'm about, and I'm delighted to be a part of this program and to get to know all of you better, and I'm looking forward to meeting you online in classes and also on campus when you're able to come. So welcome to the program, and good luck with your studies.